you tell me how many inches that is? So what do you guys think? Hello! Last week I made these shorts that
I'm currently wearing, you can't tell.
in my head, I envisioned for this fabric to make top and short set. This is the amount of fabric I have left hiding in the corner. I think we can get a tank top out of this. I am using the Essentialist Club video on this. My goal with this tank top is to make it a little bit more well finished than the short. The shorts look great and I love them. Inside, it looks bad. So on my journey to make things look a little bit less bad this time, I bought some tracing paper from Joann's to use as a pattern for this. So I took the measurements I needed, first around the bust, then from where the top of the top would start to the bottom. So you can make this as cropped or as long as you want, and then over my shoulders for the straps. 19. Once I had all those measurements, I traced them out on that tracing paper and cut them out to make pattern pieces. I just did this because I didn't know how much fabric I had. I really wanted to make sure I would have enough. So I was able to fiddle more with the fabric and figure it out. After cutting it out, this is where it was at. Hello. Yesterday was pretty successful. We created our own pattern, we cut it out on the fabric, and we have all the pieces. There is one thing future BB will have to worry about. This is the second lining piece. I don't quite have enough of a clear cut of fabric to get it the right length. Future BB will have to solve this problem.
That's future BB.
Today, we're gonna start by making some straps. To make these straps, take the rectangle pieces you've made, fold them in half, right sides facing, iron that, and run that through your sewing machine. Then you're going to want to finish those edges, either with a zigzag stitch or a serger if you have one, and then you want to flip those little straps inside out, and this is where I really started to struggle. The safety pin hack where you pin it and then try to push that through, kind of like you would do with an elastic band, but that did not work for me. So instead I just kind of used my hands to turn it. I know this is not the right way, but it did work eventually. You turn those sleeves with whatever method you want to use. It's time to make a fabric sandwich. Basically put your main panel piece right sides facing up, the straps right sides facing down, and then the facing right sides also facing down on top of that. Pin this around that top edge and sew it together. Then it was time for me to solve the facing problem. I just kind of makeshifted, added another piece of fabric, sewed it together, and then cut it to fit. But if anyone has any suggestions on how I could have done this better, please leave them in the comments. I would love to know. Then it was time to recreate that facing sandwich we did on the front on the back. So the back panel facing up, the straps with the right sides facing down, and then the facing with the right sides facing down, which with this facing was also kind of confusing because of how I just cut it. And then at this point, you're going to want to pin it and then try it on to make sure the straps fit you. And here's how mine was fitting. That's how many inches we need to get rid of. So what can
you tell me how many inches that is?
Please? I'll figure it out and get back to you.
One eternity later.
That's better. That's better. That'll do. That'll do. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew the back how I did the front, and yep, let's. Okay, good talk. See you over there. Hey. There you go. Now that I had the camera all fixed so that you could see me sew better, it was time to sew the back how I did the front. It was at this point that I really should have stopped and fixed the armpit problem before moving on, but I didn't. Instead, I moved on to finishings. Like for example, in this clip, I'm finishing the edge on the inside of the top, so around, that seam we just made, but I'm literally going to have to go back and readjust the shoulders. So this is just a lesson that if there's something to fix it first and then move on to finishings. This night I did do a bunch of other finishings, like the inside of the lining, pushing it to one side, ironing it down and sewing that down. The next morning I had a well-finished but not connected piece, so I connected the front and back panels and the side seams, again without fixing the armpit problem, just to see if it would fit.
Does this fit me?
And you're about to witness for the first time me thinking that this might actually be kind of cute.
Wait a minute.
And then, as I was newly excited about the project, I finally fixed the armpit seams just by flipping those inside out and sewing from the top of the strap down to where I wanted it to hit me. And then I gave it a little rolled hem on the bottom and finished that hem on the inside, and now it's time for the reveal. think? I think it's a lot together. This moment is maybe too much, but a moment like this is really good. So I guess the verdict is that I would wear these separately, but together, probably not a ton. But I'm still super pleased with this. The finishings are a little bit more clean on this than they were on the shorts by maybe like just 2%, but
You know, it's small steps.
anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more of my sewing journey as I learn how to sew and get better at it. And I will see you next time you're feeling crafty. Bye!